Have you ever stopped to think why we play MMOs? What makes them different than any other game out there? Is it the graphics? Because you hear people a lot of times, oh man, you need to see the graphics on this game. But in the case of MMOs, I really don't think that's the case. Because, in my opinion, uh, graphics on MMOs are decidedly inferior to a regular RPG, with a few exceptions, most namely Black Desert. Or is it the combat? Is it the moment-to-moment gameplay, or is it the systems um, that help drive the story along? Is it the story? No, I those aren't what set MMOs apart. Now, I don't think that's why we keep coming back to them. MMOs at their core are a social endeavor. They are something we do with our friends, maybe our families. You know, Communities will put up with a content drought, a lack of things to do for a certain time, but they'll put up with it for a lot longer if they have friends, if they keep coming back. Why do you think people keep coming back to Warcraft? That's where their friends are. That's where their time is spent. It's not always about just the game. It's about the people that you play with. Guild Wars 2 is a great example of a game that promotes social interaction, that promotes, people working together to achieve a common goal. And players and companies, developers, we share this responsibility. We are the community. We are the ones that set the tone for new players coming in. We, at the end of the day, will be what keep people in the game. And as part of an MMO community, you want that. You can't be rude to people and then, 5 minutes later complain about queue times being too long, or how come these zones are empty. Hey, this game is dead, when you're a troll in the chat room. Or you call somebody names in a dungeon, you call them because maybe it's their first time running it, you give them a hard time. That's, as a community, it, a little bit of kindness goes a long way. But it's not only the community either. It's not only the player base. It's the companies too. And for example, World of Warcraft just implemented a silence policy. I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of if I agree or disagree on how they implemented it, but you can see why they did it. But here's another example. If a company doesn't have enough respect for the player base to at least police the gold spammers and the trolls in the chat room. Look at the bottom left of my screen there. That was from the moment I logged in to the moment I logged off, a constant stream of people trying to sell me gold. My mailbox was full. I don't even know how many pieces of mail I had in there in friend request from these same people. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it's not just restricted to Blade and Soul. I see it all over the place. Again, the community is the basis of why we play MMOs. That's why we keep coming back. So if I have to be subjected to things like this, yeah, I could turn it off, sure. But at the end of the day, I'm just isolating myself, and then I'm just playing nothing but another RPG with shittier graphics. That's not what I want to do. I logged in to play an MMO. I logged in to play with other people. Not to be subjected to that bullshit. Absolutely ridiculous. And I'm just using this as one example, but I could come up with many, many more. We've all seen this. And every game has a little bit of it. But this is an extreme. This is absolutely ridiculous. At the end of the day, does it really matter how good the graphics are? Does it matter how good the story is? Well, they do play some part. But again, the reason we play an MMO is to play with other people, to play with our friends, to be able to, meet an obstacle together and conquer it together. That's That's the idea. You know. So again, thank you for listening to me ramble a little bit. And if you like it, give a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks again for watching.